Get ready, let's go. Exotic Truth.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, that song never gets old. It's been a long time coming. It's the one and only Exotic Youth, the hottest group, bringing you episode 1 of The Exotic Truth. Boys, how the hell are we?
Episode 1 of season 1. Well, this is technically season 2, but
Season
it is
2.
what it is.
Once upon a time.
I mean, I'm all right. I've had better days. There's a few things that are really bothering me today, which we're going to get to here shortly, I'm sure.
Is your mic plugged in?
It should be. I don't know if it's switched on. Here we go again. 5 seconds in.
Here
And
we
we're
go.
as usual.
Screw it.
Welcome.
Back to the drawing
This is
board.
how we do it on Exotic Youth. Exotic
And look.
Truth Podcast.
But look, we've got the option to cut all of this out. We could stop recording, but we're not going to.
No, we want you to see it raw. We like it raw.
That's just too much editing for us, if we're being completely honest.
Quite
Did
true.
you-
Anyways, boys, we had a pretty eventful weekend when down at the Coastal Empire in Savannah, Georgia.
ET's going on already too, bro.
Hey.
But yes, I mean, that's a great. Bryce, why don't you go ahead and let them get the recap on that, because I'm going to get pissed off way too soon.
That just means that you're trying to do something off to the side. But we had Coastal Empire Wrestling down in Savannah, Georgia. Zach and Peps made Exotic Youth 2-time tag team turmoil champions, only to drop the belts about three minutes after their victory to Simon Sermon and Chip Schuyler, who I mean, according to Chip Schuyler's social media, that they were still on vacation.
Yeah,
So-
it was bullshit. But also, Tapped Out Podcast talked about it earlier today, and they said, well, why would you accept a match right after you just won the titles? That never goes well. Well, it's not like we had a damn choice.
I don't even think y'all did accept. There was no
I didn't even know
challenge
what-
issue.
It wasn't an option.
I
It
didn't even
wasn't-
know
it
what was
wasn't,
happening, to be
It wasn't
completely
a, hey, would
honest.
you guys like to do this? It was kind of like a, hey, we're going to shove you off the apron and start beating his ass kind of thing. So,
Yeah,
I don't
making
even
a
know what happened.
disqualification match out of nowhere. Tell the ref, or force the ref, I would say, to ring the bell. No challenge was issued. So,
You know,
Tapped In Wrestling Podcast, you may want to get your facts straight before coming at the youth. Talking about like we're despicable people.
hey, no, they were putting us over. They were putting us over.
Well.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, you were number 1 on Power 5. As of
Yeah, for like 3 weeks in a row, baby.
I was number 4 on Power 5. I don't even know who the hell number 1 through 3 was. But, I mean, at least they're getting some things right.
Well, hey, my biggest pet peeve about that night is he said it's back to the starting line for Exotic Youth. We got to work our way back to a title shot, which I understand. All's fair. But then Randy Reno loses his belt, and then is immediately given a rematch. Immediately.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Simon,
what
Simon
happens.
was.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
happens when you're on daddy's side, unfortunately.
Yeah, he said the policy here at CW is no rematches. Everybody knows that.
Peps was
Then
once on daddy's
immediately
side.
right after gives one to Reno.
And I've been on the receiving end of Simon Sermon before and his wisdom and all
Wait
the,
a minute. Whoa,
all the-
whoa, whoa.
all
What?
the things he has
You
to
were
offer.
close.
That came out very, very wrong and unintentional.
Brother, your face is as red as
No, I know
Brother
Oh,
you're
Love.
Lord.
man. That
I
has to
realized
do
that
with
as soon as I said it.
Dude, Peps' face looks like Brother Love.
But
right
anyways,
Remember when you were
I got a
all
soft-
trying to feed each other pizza? I didn't realize it went that
Yeah.
far, though.
there is some lost tapes on the interweb somewhere that might leak one day if I can find them.
YouTube.com.
There we go. There's a whole House of Gold era that needs to be an episode of the Exotic Truth podcast, I think.
The pre-Bryce Cannon era.
Oh,
Well, he was
the
around. He was alive.
Bryce Cannon era.
He just
That was
wasn't one of
brunette Bryce Cannon days.
Ooh, didn't you have another tag team partner back then? What was this?
My memory doesn't go back that far.
The edible
So
one.
anyway,
I,
was like,
I don't.
Simon
I don't
Sermon,
even
Chip
recall.
Schuyler, Coastal Empire Wrestling.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
you know, I was on commentary, and I just could not. Like when they came running past me, I just thought,
You didn't even think to stick out a crutch and trip them?
well, my crutches were behind me on the floor. Like I didn't have time to react. By the time I figured out what was going on, they were already in the ring.
Bryce, you're the one who always tells me, no excuses, Zach. No excuses, Zach.
I was
What's-
expecting Zach to come in and hit a keg stand since it was a no disqualification match, but you know, him and Brandon Benefield were probably chit chatting.
Oh Lord! my
Yeah, speaking
audio
of which,
now.
what's going on with you and Brandon? You guys are so cordial now. What's up with that?
Uh-oh.
He's adjusting or something here.
Speaking of Brandon Benefield, we're going to be seeing him in about a week or so.
Good Lord. Am I back?
Are we already going there?
I mean,
Can you guys
are
hear
we
me?
Going? Are we going
can
or are
hear
we
you.
coming? I
Good
can
Lord.
hear
I-
you just
Before we
crystal
get there,
clear.
before we get on to Southern Honor Wrestling's Rumble Jack,
Oh,
let's go
God.
ahead and congratulate the new CW champion, CT Keys. He
There we
whooped
go.
Randy Reno's ass. He popped
him
the
his
Pastor
flowers.
Norman Jakes right in that snot nose of his, and he laid out every single member of the ministry, and it was gorgeous. Like one of the
Mr.
best
Cutthroat
moments I've
himself.
seen.
Hell of a match.
CT Keys came in one night and did what we couldn't do for a year and a half.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but
I'm not going to admit it, but you're right.
It was great to see those cops try to come in, probable cause, Chief David Rain, Sergeant
God.
Scratch, hop up on the
Speaking of-
aprons.
yeah, what the
David
heck
Raines-
with
talk
the
about
chief?
police brutality. David Raines has a special brand of police brutality like I've never seen. I mean, Peps, you okay after you did the whole thing where he had the arms behind your back and rammed you head
I
first?
got-
You've been on the
My
receiving end
rotator-
of Simon's sermon. You've been rammed by David Rains. What's going on with you in the ministry, pal?
You
Look,
know,
it's
I
okay,
don't
Pep.
know. Both
We
my
accept you.
rotator cuffs are rotating like a pinwheel. I got a knot on my head the size of a melon thanks to Sergeant Scratch headbutting me.
Is that what that is? I thought it was just your head.
No, pal. That's the damn police brutality right there.
Yeah, but we're done with them. But
I will say,
Sergeant Scratch gets an IWE Mayhem title match against Chad Skywalker.
I
Yeah,
will
did you
Who
say,
made that official?
I was
been-
happy to see David Rains come out with a donut on his baton.
I know
That was
Peps
pretty
was
funny.
licking his lips on the apron when the match started.
Oh, you should hear the commentary that that
I
was
know it,
saying
and
during
I
this.
didn't even get a donut.
Maestro was trying to say how you guys never eat desserts, and I said, "Shoot, you ought to see Peps's pre-match."
The Hardy
Meals.
cinnamon roll special, brother.
Oh Lord. The Hardee's cinnamon rolls. I didn't know they
What-
had
what-
cinnamon
what
rolls.
else
We ain't got a
happened before
Hardee's
you
over in my
moved
neck of the
on
woods.
to- Has anybody like
The only
I wanna
Hardys I
point
know
out
is Matt and
how
Jeff.
cool Damian Tanger is. I don't know if everybody knows that, but he's a cool.
Oh,
he's
what a
cool dude.
beast.
Cool individual.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
I liked seeing him this weekend.
That's
Had
good.
a hell of a time.
I also want to shout out Icon Lee and I'm drawing a blank. Excuse me, I apologize. What was the damn ref's name? I shouldn't even have brought it up because I can't remember his name right now. But
Well, we can cut it.
Uh-oh. Way to go.
It's okay.
we don't
'cause
have
I
to do
thought
that.
Taylor
We don't
was
have to-
fixing to scare me, but she was
we don't have to cut anything.
Well,
here.
if you want to find out the full name of the referee and a bunch of other things about Coastal Empire Wrestling, be sure to check out our
We got
buddies over at the
14
The
hours.
Wrestling Junkie Podcast, official sponsor of Coastal Empire Wrestling. Boys, didn't you do an interview with the Wrestling Junkies podcast?
what a segue, pal. I'm proud of you for that one.
Damn.
Thank you, pal.
Make sure you
Getting
hide
off
that
track.
label.
Had to get back on it, you know.
Why would we?
Get back on it.
We did. Two real professional guys, fun guys to talk to, fun guys to hold a conversation with. You know, they really ask some questions that they'll get you thinking.
Yeah, I've still
I'm
been
sure.
thinking,
I'm sure
yeah.
their podcast has a lot more structure than this one. I'll give that to them.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
They're far more professional than we.
Well, no one comes here for the professionalism.
And they were drinking. I mean, these guys are better drunk than we are sober. Just think
Oh,
about
my
that.
Lord.
Have you seen us drunk? I feel like we're pretty good. Some of
Yeah,
our
maybe
best work has been
maybe that's
done
the
drunk,
problem. We
not
should
in
be
the ring,
drunker ones.
but promos.
Let's hope some of those videos never leak.
Well, I think some of them were posted on social media. What was
Hopefully not the one at the Cannon out there on River Street or on Bay Street.
that one would have to be
I'm
censored.
pretty sure that's a federal offense.
That one would
Yeah.
have to be censored for sure. But
Ooh,
no, what was the
that's
one
a
that
that's
we
a future
did
Patreon episode.
at the club and like we were just yelling, never once mentioned anything
Oh,
related to.
well, you couldn't even hear what we were saying.
I know that was the best part, but the promoter loved it, put it on his social media, and we just use that as our promotional material.
Yeah, I mean, if you could have
Gotta
read, if
love
you
it.
read our lips, you knew that we were talking about something very deep.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't remember that night, but I'm
I
sure
do.
it was a good one.
I do
I
for other
only listened
reasons.
to the video. We were wild in our younger days, weren't we?
Whoa.
we were.
Yeah.
We don't party like
that
we
night
used to.
specifically. No, yeah.
thought
I
we
guess
put on
I guess
10
we're just
years in
getting
the
old.
past too, especially me, but you guys are still young.
That night we went
We've been doing
putt-putting.
it.
Wasn't that the same night of the putt? Was
Putt Shack. Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
Putt Shack in downtown Atlanta. It was a wild night.
it? It was a hoot and a holler.
A hoot and a half. That was a time.
It was a time to be alive. But look at us now. Look at us now.
I think we'll have to have an exotic truth episode just about the wild days of the youth. And
I mean,
back
I
when we
think I think we still got it in us. I mean, last year for
Yeah?
your birthday was pretty
Oh
wild.
my god!
Down
I
to the
remember
Street
hugging those 300-year-old green trash cans on River Street.
I just remember. I won't mention who all was there, but I just remember somebody saying, "Where'd Peps go?" And I look over and I just see a blonde head bobbing to the restroom. And I was like, "Oh no,
Lord.
here we go."
I don't drink that much anymore, but when it's your birthday and everyone's feeding you free shots of Patron, you don't want to be the guy that says no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a better idea not to drink when you super kick women in the bar and climb up on bar stools and tables and start yelling and taking your shirt
Oh
off.
Lord, that
We-
that wasn't that night.
Trading forearm blows by the pool table
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and singing "Lips of an Angel" to Sold Out Crowd.
and zombie.
No,
What a
I
time!
don't.
What a
I'll
deep
never forget
dive,
that
boys.
one night at the bar, and I won't give a name. Let's just call him Randy. Got us kicked out of a bar for throwing pool balls
I have no idea
across
who
the
you're
damn
talking about.
room. Good old
They just
days.
crowd surfed me in the wrong direction. I mean, Randy in the wrong direction.
Randy in the wrong direction.
Randall,
Oh Lord.
not that
All
Randall,
right.
folks.
But you know, speaking of
Nice.
karaoke, and this surprised me. This is when I actually like the kid. But this is one good thing I can say about him is Hakeem Young is a performer when it comes to karaoke. If y'all hadn't seen this man on karaoke,
Really?
what was it he sang? You remember? Were you there?
Uh,
Papa was a rolling
Daddy
stone.
was a rolling stone.
This man had his eyes closed the whole
That's all I
time. He pulled the bill over his forehead, and he was like, "That man was grooving, bro." Everybody in there was on their feet.
You
They
know,
really were like, and he
I-
shocked me with his song choice. Like I was not expecting that when he signed up.
I didn't know he had no rhythm.
at one point in time I would have enjoyed to see that, but nowadays I don't think Hakeem Young
Yeah, now he's a
really
rap
is the kind
bastard.
of guy I
don't
want to hang
feel
out with.
Yeah, now I find it despicable to even mention his name.
Mm.
But hold on, I'm trying to find it. 'cause
Could have
I
had it
got
all.
I look like a
apologize
proud.
for that.
I can't show this video. Never mind. There's people in it that would
Uh-oh.
cause some drama, but I just look
Yeah,
like a proud dad in this video.
We
of
need to
Hakeem
get
singing.
all of the exclusive content that we can't show the general public and charge people a nice fee for it. I think.
They do
Yeah,
have a
let
thing
us
called
know,
Patreon.
Let us know in the comments if y'all'd be interested in an exotic Patreon.
Let us know, chat.
Yeah.
You can
Chime
see,
in, chat. Chat,
some,
are we cooked?
some of our best party moments. You could get karaoke music
God.
videos.
I have
get-
quite a few karaoke videos.
You could
saved
get a
in my-
certain exotic
my
youth member
phone.
urinating off of a monument.
We can put up videos of us doing calf raises. I think that'd be good.
Calf
I
raises.
can do those.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that was a dig, but I don't know.
I think
Maybe
that's
we'll-
another site.
No, I'm not taking a dig at all. I mean, I'm just saying anything. I mean, they would probably want to see us do jumping jacks, working out of any kind.
There we
think.
go.
I don't think I
Yeah.
could do the jumping jacks yet. But
The army
Yeah.
crawl.
If you let's see.
Who wants to
Uh-oh.
see Exotic
Where'd
Youth
it
go
go?
square dancing? We go take a square dancing class, put that up on the Patreon, I think.
There we
I would-
go.
I'd
If,
be down for that. Speaking of square dancing, aren't you guys headed this weekend down to somewhere where they do some square dancing?
ooh,
Oh yeah. We're going to
Ooh.
Nashville for one of the hottest shows in Georgia, but these guys ain't staying in one place. They've been everywhere all over the state. Now they're expanding out of the state. And they're going to the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville, the Dexatines, and Classic City Wrestling.
yes, sir. I just saw Jelly Roll playing there. Well, I didn't see him personally, but
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I, s-
Wow.
I saw, I saw that he played there. Oh,
This just
yeah,
in,
big
Pep's is a
time. The
huge
Fray.
Jelly Roll fan.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the
some of
Fray's
the
gonna be
greatest
playing at the
artists
bowl.
of all types of genres. I mean, you get Jelly Roll,
The
you get
Fray.
Exotic Youth this Saturday.
The Fray.
I mean,
The
it's
Fray.
gonna be a night to
The-
remember.
Peps was
and,
telling me the whole lineup of everybody that was supposed to be there.
Oh yeah,
I'm with you,
I've only been to Nashville once before with Zach Mosley, and it was a hell of a
Yeah,
time.
dude.
So I'm excited to go back.
You know, speaking
uh,
of karaoke, you know, Zach singing The Fray had me thinking, do you guys remember the match with Shalance? It's probably one of my favorite ones, favorite memorable matches.
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
I couldn't stop crying, so I won't say it was my
I know
favorite.
it. I had
Just-
tissues just for the moment.
Well, you were crying for the right reasons.
Oh, it was a
I guess
beautiful
so.
rendition.
You
I
can
guess
get
so.
that match in our Patreon coming soon.
Pretty sure
We've
it's
got
on
a lot
YouTube
of
for free.
content that we could release. Bryce
We
Perry
do.
versus Matt
Comments
Cardona.
coming in, dude. The comments are flying in today.
You sure?
We're not live.
We're not live,
Oh
pal.
shit!
This is
Shit.
pre-recorded. Hopefully they're
know-
flowing in by now, whenever this airs.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
got-
Well, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me,
Mainly just you.
mainly.
Uh-oh.
Guess
So the
appearances, that's what it
Dexatines.
looked like. Zoe Michaela photo.
Yeah,
There we go.
you
Yeah,
pose.
the
Alright, boys.
She
so what do you
snaps.
guys think? I don't know the name of the band, but my favorite one that Classic Cities had at the show we were at so far was that one they had, not the last show in Athens, which they were okay, but the one before that. That band was badass. You remember
Macon?
that one? Yeah, no, it was at 40 Watt, but I can't remember the name of the band. It was the one where me and you went to go check it out, Peps.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
They must have been really good.
They
I
were
remember
dancing.
giving-
Somebody was telling me
I
that
remember
they play weddings all over the place.
I remember giving the
Weddings?
best damn
They play
performance in the history of the Macon Coliseum
Oh, could you give us a little
with my
taste of what
little
that was like?
rendition of Little Richie.
Well, let's hear it.
I don't know. It's
We're
getting
live on the
pretty late.
pod, pal.
I might have a little. That's we gotta save the rest for the
We don't
Patreon.
want to scare all the viewers off. If we got anybody,
Brother.
they're going to tune out if we let that go on for too long.
We're gonna have to
Gotta-
timestamp that.
Save that for the Patreon.
Larry
think
Goodman
that-
wasn't a fan of it. I know that for sure.
Oh yeah, that's all right. He ain't been a fan
But
of
it
me
was
for
the
a long
worst he
time.
ever heard. I mean, it's a good thing he's not a judge for American Idol, so I think he's still got a chance. Luke
Yeah.
Bryan.
I don't think Luke Bryan's going back.
They make American. Thought it was all about the ones with the chairs.
When you start
Yeah.
The
saying,
voice.
Peps, whatever you're doing over there,
"Are you on planet Mars, brother?"
yeah, the interwebs isn't liking it.
Uh
We
oh.
don't
What's
speak
happening?
robot.
Cutting in and out.
Cutting
Yeah,
it
and you're
out.
blurring out. You need to call
Yeah.
Comcast or something. The Wi-Fi is not looking good.
Uh-oh. I do have Comcast, believe it or not.
Oh,
I do believe it actually because I do too, and they've been cutting my rates.
Yeah.
Comcast.
Unreal. Uh-oh. You're freezing now.
Oh.
Dude, we got to quit talking about Comcast.
It must
Yeah, they're
be- I'm
listening.
sorry.
man.
Hey,
They're
thi-
listening.
This
I'm
is
sorry,
good social
Xfinity.
media content right here. The boys talk about Comcast, and all of a sudden they're all over
We're
there.
gonna have to make a reel of this
freezing.
with the letters across.
Right,
the
that's what
screen.
I'm saying. We've got
It might
content.
be. I know it's thunderstorming in my neck of the woods right now. My power is terrible.
Yeah, we didn't have any
The
weather today.
thunderstorm.
It was
Hopefully, it
hot
don't
as
cut
a
out here.
damn hog's ass out here in Savannah. I'll tell you
Brother,
that.
it's cutting out.
On me or him?
Hot as a
Yeah.
blister. Well, I don't exactly know
Yeah,
what this
let's not say that.
podcast is rated.
You don't have to hear that phrase on the Patreon. Other than
Yeah, that's gonna be on the Patreon.
Find out the saying on our
We'll do video
Patreon.
requests, whatever you need. There's a little QR code in the bottom right of that screen there. Be sure to scan it. It's got our all our social medias.
A
Is
link
it
to all
bottom
of
right or
our
bottom
Cash App
left?
if you want to.
we're
The
actually
bottom
also
right.
Bottom
offering,
right?
Is it going to
Cameo,
mirror us? Does it mirror us?
wedding proposals.
I have no idea.
We'll actually marry you if you want to do that. We'll also break
There
up
we
with
go.
your longtime boyfriend or girlfriend for you. We'll tell your
Um,
grandfather happy birthday.
I can hook you up with a Frenchie. If you
We
need
can
to look
hologram
cool.
ourselves at your bar mitzvah. So all types of services coming soon.
There we go.
We'll be the ones to break the glass for you.
Opa. I think that's Greek or something though.
Opa. I don't think that's
Greek.
yeah.
Hashtag Greek life.
Not that kind either.
Literally.
Uh-oh. What else we got on the bracket to talk about here,
I
huh?
don't know what we've already talked. I think we came up with a a set list for this show, and I think we've blown through it in the first 15 minutes that we've been on it.
Well, there is
One more
a
thing I
certain
thought about real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, Peps, but I got to say it
Oh,
now or
you're
I'll
fine.
forget. I need somebody to give me some Spanish lessons. I'm working a lucha show later this month against El Hijo del Enigma, and I needed to cut my promo in Spanish. So if anybody could give me some lessons or like translate for me what I'm saying to make sure that it's like correctly translated, I don't look like an idiot.
You could
You know,
probably do one of those like do
I
your
took 4
promo in
years of
English and then
Spanish.
get captions in
Have
Spanish.
someone else say it in Spanish over me, like they
Yeah,
do
No,
on
it'll
um,
do it. It'll do it itself.
Will it still be my voice though?
Probably not. Cut a promo and send it to me, and I'll try it.
You'll do it.
Yeah, not the Spanish, but I'll try to edit it to where it's the
Oh,
like
okay.
captions over in your.
I mean, I
Hey,
took up the
hey, easy,
Spanish
pal.
3, and I worked at El Jalapeno during college, and
I
I
got caught
didn't know how to
cheating.
do restaurant speech in
Uh-oh.
Spanish.
I got caught cheating during a Spanish test, so I only did
I
2
did-
years.
I did 3 years in high school and then took 1 year in college, but I never showed up to the one in college, so I can't
Your mom goes to college.
I can't count that 4th one. Well,
Good movie reference there.
I got my
Oh,
first
really?
B ever in Spanish 3.
Proud
your
of you.
first B ever
Yeah,
It
it
took-
wasn't my
took you to Spanish class.
No, I mean I had A's before that. You asshole.
Hey, easy with the profanity.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
had A's
yeah.
before. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows.
No,
this.
it's true. Zach is the most educated one of the group. He's got 2 degrees.
He is. He is.
Don't
It
tell
may
me
not
that.
seem like it at times, but
Believe it or not.
I'm
Now, that
also
one I
the most
don't
deep in
believe.
trouble, though, so it's a trade-off.
There we go. What I see something we got on the old bulletin board here. Some You know,
we
a
got a
show
bulletin
that-
board.
yeah, the show I would say I was looking forward to, but honestly, I don't really know how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah, don't sugarcoat it. The conspiracy continues. Gary Lamb is trying to screw over exotic youth. I thought he was finally ready to play ball. And you know what? I was ready to take out 29 other men.
Gary Lamb play a sport.
But now I got to take out 39 other men. I mean, we have to take out 38 other men. And Peps, look, we still haven't talked about what we're going to do. Like, this is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is coming up on the anniversary of Peps getting knocked out by Butterbean.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't heard, I guess it's Gary's way of getting back at us or something. But not only are me and Zach both in the Rumble Jack, but we're number 1 and 2. And if we don't go at it, I guess we don't have jobs. So
And he specifically said we have to fight. He didn't say wrestle. So apparently we can't headlock each other for 3 minutes. So that's out the question. He didn't say anything
Yeah,
about
I don't,
hugging. Maybe we can work a hug in there too. But I just want you to know that anything that happens in that ring, Peps, I
Look.
want you to know from the bottom of my heart,
What
I don't
about
mean it.
sword fight?
I don't think they're paying
what's
enough
up, brother?
for the ticket price for that.
Paddle fight.
That's on Patreon.
I'll give you.
Yeah. Uh,
I'll give you some paddles and y'all can paddle fight. Never been done in a wrestling ring. I don't
yeah,
think.
I really don't know what we're gonna do, but
First time ever.
The two most dangerous men currently, 'cause,
Yeah.
you know, if you're injured, so I hate to disclude you, but
I'm still
I think
dangerous.
we can take you right now because you got one leg. So
I'm
let's
still
just say-
dangerous.
no,
fair.
yeah, I'll put these posters up again, folks. If you want to see
Look
a
at that
historic
face. Look how
moment
mean he looks.
for the
Look at
first
that one.
time ever, the two members of
That's your
Exotic
best
Youth are
look
going
right
to be
there,
face
Zach.
to face in the
You
ring,
want to
going at it.
The
mustache
Fu
and
Man,
little-
the Fu Manchu, a Fu Manchu with some blonde hair.
See, look,
I
the
know
beard's
it.
coming back in better, so that's working.
I don't know. I like the bald.
The
$1
ball is the
billion
worst.
baldy. I did like
The
that.
worst.
It's
No,
the
I like the
easiest to
bald
maintain.
With
Let's say that.
with just maybe just a little bit of, scruff.
Do the Tyson Kid,
What is
Yeah.
the Tyson? I'm not familiar
where
with
he
his-
had like just a little patch right on his
Mhm.
forehead.
Oh,
Then he
hell
like
no.
stick it up. Then he stick it up. At one
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
It was
I'd
just
like to
the
get at
one
least
little
a
line of hair.
Full mode won't cooperate.
It's very toyetic.
I still
else
have
is-
my theory that Simon Sermon has somehow been sneaking poison into my shampoo over the past year, but
Really? I mean that would explain a lot.
yeah, I think so.
What
I don't
what other shows we got coming up? I know we talked about Nashville, Tennessee.
This Sunday at
Rumble
John's
Jack.
Barbecue, I will be making my Action Wrestling return. The opponent is still to be announced. It may or may not be somebody on that poster right there.
Uh-oh.
I know that this was a makeup show because the last one was postponed due to rain. So I'm not sure if this is the exact lineup, but as they say, card subject to change. But lucky for you, I got added to the makeup dates. So that's why I'm not on this poster. Otherwise,
Because
of
Lord
course,
knows Zach
I was
Mosley
told
does
by
need
Ashley
makeup.
that I would be right there in the center. He would make everybody else a little bit smaller and make me the biggest one from what he told me. So
There we go. Well,
Biggest
folks,
head,
if you
baby.
need something to do on your drive back from watching the youth tear it down in Nashville, be sure to go check out Action Wrestling. Das
check
Barbecue.
it out. If you
Sounds
like
familiar.
barbecue here in the Atlanta area, I already know at least 100 people said they would come in when I mentioned it. So
At least.
At least 100.
that's enough for me. I mean, they usually, I expect anywhere from 10 to 15,000 people there probably. So
There we go. Well, I don't know, was it last week? A couple weeks ago, we did a little live on here when we were supposed to film the first episode of the podcast. And
But as they
after
say,
that, we gotta-
card subject to change. So
card
same
subject
goes
to
with the pod.
change. Yeah,
that was a bonus.
We,
bonus content. We should have put
Bonus
that on
pod, yeah. Should have been on Patreon.
exactly.
Coming
Should have
soon.
been on the Patreon.
But
We
do this
got
for free. Everybody gets to enjoy this free entertainment.
a few fan questions that came in through the email, DMs, other social medias. Let's see.
Dove, or is it a pigeon?
Oh, here's a good one. Big Johnny. The dream booking for Frat Daddy's return. I guess the Frat Daddy should answer that one.
I think you two should go first. Let me
Oh,
hear
yeah?
your dream booking for the Frat Daddy's return. Zach Mosley, go ahead. Take it away.
I'm thinking Bryce Cannon versus James Ellsworth, first time ever. No, I'm just kidding. That would be fantastic. Yeah,
Can we
This
edit
would be
that?
a family program, PG-13 or something. So I guess that
Is
definitely
it?
won't have fun for the
We
week.
know we said we were going to give it to you raw, but that needed to be edited.
But let's see. Damn, Bryce, there's so many
Make
people that like
raw.
to see you tangle up
There
in
you
there
go,
with
cussing again, man.
get all
Swear
tangled.
jar.
get all tangled up there with man. Let me
Takes two
see
to
here.
tangle, brother.
Come back to me, Peps. I'm gonna give a good answer. So come back to me and do just
All
a
right.
second.
Cornhole
Um,
pepper bottom. Give me your answer. Okay. Isn't an answer, pal.
Well, I was thinking about it. I
You
thought
guys
Zach
have had
was gonna have
all
a little bit
episode.
more.
You guys have had all episode to think of this. You
All right, I've
actually
got
had
my-
2 weeks.
I didn't know
answer.
that was a question.
I've got my answer, but I don't know if this has happened before or not. Bryce, have you ever wrestled White
Oh
Mike
yeah.
one on
Not
one?
in singles competition. No, not in singles competition.
Peps, have you wrestled him one on one?
1-on-1? No.
I've
Yeah,
only
that's
wrestled
what-
White. I've only wrestled White. I've only wrestled White Mike at IWE and tag competition with you guys.
Yep. Match of the year.
Yeah, I think White Mike versus Bryce Cannon would be absolutely phenomenal.
I think
That's
that
what I
needs to be a Patreon. We can rewatch
Why?
that match.
Why do you?
Why?
Is it even out? I've never even seen it.
Exactly. We can
Wait, seen what?
first time ever. The match of the year that no
Duckhouse
one's
Brawl.
ever seen.
Oh, there was a good highlight video that came out about it. I don't know if the
Yeah.
match ever did, but
I'm
no,
sure
White
White
Mike
Mike's got to go to hospital bill to
versus
prove
Bryce
it.
Cannon would be a great matchup because Bryce Cannon is obviously a man of the people. He's a man that comes from a wealthy background with his rich father. And White
Okay.
Mike, you know, he comes from, I don't know what he comes from, but he's definitely not the same as you. Let's just say that. He definitely seems like he didn't come from the best neighborhood, but based on the way he talks in his promos, the angry
He's
rants
He's got a
he goes
mouth on him.
seem to be, you know, he's very entertaining. I'll say that. And Bryce,
His finisher is deadly. I've taken his finisher before.
he does have one of the
Uh-oh.
coolest finishers out there.
That is, it's a
He
wild.
didn't
one
even
to
give it
take.
to you, did he?
Me? He's given
Yeah,
it to
he
me
gave it
twice,
to
pal.
Bryce.
Oh,
I think
I was thinking of something else.
White Mike might have beat me at one time. We went like 63 minutes in a strip club once, and I don't remember.
63 minutes
I don't
in a
remember
strip
who won
club.
the match actually.
Probably the stripper.
I can't remember
Hey,
who won. But I know that
Not an
later in the
episode
night
goes
we did
by
get
where
that
we don't talk about the
briefcase.
strip club shows.
He
Money in
climbed
the
up that
stank.
pole. He climbed up that greasy pole and grabbed the money in the stank briefcase. That's for certain.
Speaking of greasy poles,
Wait,
oh Ben,
Peps, no, you're not done. You're not off the hook, pal.
huh?
You didn't answer the
Oh.
question.
Uh-oh. Ben Doover's gonna have to wait. Dream booking for Frat Daddy's
I think we should do it for
return.
each of us. I think the other two should
Um,
answer who's the dream guy is for each one of us.
I don't know.
Well, that's not the
I
question.
mean, I
Who gives a
wouldn't
damn?
say. Well, I'd say it's a dream booking. It ain't never happened before. We've been building up to it. Dax Anthony for one. I think that's gonna be a great match.
That
I
was
wouldn't say
Wow.
dream. I wouldn't say dream. I think old now that
Hopefully,
old
I
Nick
can beat him,
Nimitz,
unlike you.
old Nick Nimitz running around here on the
Oh,
you're
indie
you're
scenes
saying
every now and
Nick
again.
Nemeth versus Bryce Cannon.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see Nick Nemeth versus Bryce Cannon, Cornelius Pepperbottom versus Nick Nemeth, Zach Mosley versus Nick
Oh,
Nemeth. Really, any of the youth.
Cornelius Pepperbottom versus Bryce Cannon.
Well, that's happened once or twice
It's
before. That
happened.
might be
It's
a
happened,
thing for the
Denard.
Patreon.
It's happened twice.
Well, the Rumble Jack is the first time that Exotic Youth is going to wrestle each other
Peps and I
Georgia
have wrestled each
for
other
the public to
twice.
I
see.
remember at
in Florida.
UIPW. It was supposed to be me and you, Bryce, but I wasn't cleared to compete.
I don't
Yeah,
blame
Zach,
you.
you know those people who message trying to get those private matches done where they pay a lot of money? Me and Bryce.
Yeah, my inbox is full of them. Stay out,
Some
you
of them,
freak,
some
unless you're
people
trying to
call
spend
them.
some money.
Well, Peps
No,
and I
no, no.
obliged.
Yeah, there's a couple out there. I think one of them's on YouTube if you search hard enough.
By the way, while we're addressing the creeps, I do have a pair of gear that I'm trying to get rid of. The $1 Million Mullet red gear. It's got the triangles
Unwashed.
on it. I'm gonna be selling that here soon. They are washed actually,
Same.
but I
I've
can
got
dirty them
some.
back up before I send them out
Okay.
for an extra 100.
I got some velvet bikers that I need to get rid of.
Maybe we'll do like a shopping episode next week.
Hey, join us on Patreon.
There we go.
No, I want everybody to be able to buy because we can do a little auction here.
Buy and sell here, or whatever the things are called.
We
Buy here,
pull
sell
out
here.
somebody else's trunks that we ended up with somehow.
Buy,
Oh,
sell,
Lord.
trade.
Buy, sell,
yeah.
trade.
I have had some inquiries about those types of things here lately, and you can get Zach Mosley. I'm not signing them for you. I've signed them with my stench.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Do you do you guys like keep stuff like from your
Oh,
wrestling
yeah.
past, like memorabilia?
Dude,
Yeah,
I can
I'm
really
a
keep up
sucker.
with the things I need daily, so I don't keep.
I
anything.
got in one closet. It's just like every like one-off shirt I've worn to the ring or like special shirts that we made back in the day. We used to do the transfer sheets and all that. I got all that stuff. I got a Rock and Roll Express gear. I got all my stuff from Heels.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna make a.
I've got a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
fill up a
paddles.
storage unit one day.
Yeah, I think like maybe like next episode or whenever we go live or something like that, kind of
Ooh,
show
that'd
off
be
some
good.
stuff.
We can pull
Yeah,
out. I
I've
got a
got-
ton of
my
stuff.
paddle that you gave me to spank Chip Schuyler's ass with.
Oh, the
There we
The
go.
tack covered one.
tag covered paddle. Yeah, like
That's
I've got
good.
bloody
Yeah.
boots from the ladder match.
Yeah, I got
Which
bloody.
I noticed was deleted.
shirts.
I have the pool that Randall Reno III, excuse me, was baptized in. I still have the kiddie pool sitting on my porch here at the apartment.
Uh-oh.
What's our next
I
question?
got
pal?
hanging on my wall, I got an old The Pharaoh Zach Mosley shirt that I wore in my first ever wrestling
Ooh.
show I was ever a part of, covered in black ink from
That gimmick was
Boys
so
and
good.
Memphis.
That gimmick was so good. Cody Rhodes named his dog after him.
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much a gimmick. Everybody was complaining, saying, well, you're not even Egyptian, bro. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll change my name.
Well,
That's what people call
Well, I
me.
want
talk-
that one.
While we're talking about doggies, I guess it's time to get to Bend Hoover. We got who's the stiffest wrestler you've come across in Georgia?
Zach Mosley. Would
You
you like to
boys-
answer this? That wasn't my answer, by the way. but-
It's
Man, I've been
if we're
blistered
talking
by
about
quite a few of
dives,
these
my answer
giants
would be
out
Zach
here now.
Mosley.
I've been blistered by quite a few of these giants out here. In Georgia, it has to be a Georgia guy.
We're a big
Yeah,
wrestler in
I guess it
Georgia.
says Georgia.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm probably one of them. But if I had to pick, I would say Joe or Will Huckabee.
Ooh,
As far as just like a chops go, like stuff that stings, irritating, they'll chop the shit out you.
I think mine would definitely be Huckabee.
Yeah, when it comes to like stiff, like as in
Chop-wise.
like snug, but like not like in an unsafe way, I would definitely say Joe Black. His shots definitely connect and you feel them. Huckabee definitely worse chops. And then I'm gonna throw out old Cruel. That
Yes,
Joker won-
actually,
Yeah,
yeah. He blistered me for like 2-3 weeks. My chest felt like,
Hmm.
what is the
Mine-
word?
Mine
Velcro.
necessarily wasn't a chop or a hit. It was he was going for something and cracked me in my ear, and I couldn't hear for like.
y'all
2
ever
weeks
taken his
afterwards.
finish? His finish don't feel
Scorched
too bad,
earth.
but
Yeah,
the whole
way to no sell his
move-
finish, pal.
the way
Way
movement
to
of it.
ruin the business.
I mean, it is
oh, his finish
devastating,
wasn't.
but the
Huh?
whole movement of it is terrifying.
You talking about the double chicken wing face buster?
Double
Yeah, the
chicken wing
scorched earth,
face
he calls
buster.
it.
I don't think that's what he
That's
calls it.
it is.
The double
Dude,
chicken wing.
Last time I wrestled him, he finished me by giving me a choke slam and made me do a backflip. So
Oof.
I
Oh,
wasn't too pleased
There we
with
go.
that.
but yeah, no, Cruel definitely has some strong hands.
I will tell you that, and it might just be our personal history, but me
Sweet
and
man.
Thriller the Great have definitely
Oh,
knocked
love
each
him.
other senseless quite a few times.
Cool story. Next question.
See. We got another question.
You just
From old
ended
Brandon.
it like you were just like.
Would love to hear how you guys met.
It's in a back alley somewhere behind a massage
That's a
parlor.
story.
No, I'm just kidding. How did we meet? Who wants to tell this one?
Like, how did we all meet, or like each individually, or
Well, okay, so yeah, that's a good point. So, Peps, we can first say how
Yeah,
me
like
and you.
how-
I'll tell that story.
okay?
I guess I had met him maybe once or twice before this. I think he'd like come by the wrestling school. I don't know if he had started yet or not. Maybe he had, but we were setting up for APCW one day. We were setting up the ring, and he came up to me and said that if I had any merch, he'd love to buy a shirt.
Yeah.
And so from that point forward, I was like, I like this kid, and
Awesome.
gave him a shirt. And then he started training at Roberts, and I started taking him on the road with me to manage me at mud shows all across the Southeast before I was well known in Georgia. And he got a little bit of experience there.
There we go. Shout out. Well, I'm not shouting out. Oh, Alabama.
And then we met Bryce Cannon. Well, we met him online first through a
Like
Exactly.
every modern
There we go.
relationship these days.
We met
Yeah, so-
online.
Coastal Empire Wrestling was getting ready to start up. This was in 2020, I believe. They were doing roster announcement
ago.
podcast type thing, and they would have different guests each week. And Bryce was the first guest the first week, and the second week it
Because
was
I
me.
was the number one pick of Coastal Empire Wrestling.
Well, that's just because they hadn't heard about me yet, Bryce. They didn't know me yet,
Exactly. Nobody had heard about you, pal.
and nobody heard about you either. Other than that you were
Obviously, they had.
the other one. So let's keep it quiet there, Cannon. Anyways,
You were
so
the first guy they hit up.
Peps is the one nobody ever heard about. Let's be honest. Let's gang up
They
on
still
him.
ain't heard of him. Still ain't heard about him.
Oh Lord, Coastal
No, I mean,
Empire started my
7
career.
Put this man on the map.
Huh?
Nothing.
You pointed the wrong way.
Oh God,
I said that. Anyways,
you
how I
mirrored,
met
pal.
Bryce.
I did too.
So, he thought that Peps was actually me and another voice talking on this podcast. So
Yeah,
Bryce is in
no.
the comments talking trash. You go
There we
ahead.
go.
Bryce.
Well, it was like audio, so it wasn't a visual podcast. And they've got this Zach Mosley kid on saying how he
It was on the
yeah,
radio, wasn't
he's
it?
great. No, I think it was through Facebook. I
Hellfire
don't-
Radio. Facebook.
Oh, they called it the radio, Hellfire
Yeah,
Radio,
Yeah, something like that.
back in the day.
But yeah, so this guy starts talking, and then he says, "Well, let me get my manager on," and then his manager starts talking. Yet they're not talking at the same time ever. Which
Yeah,
is,
and now we always do it at the
which
same
which
time.
now
Because
knowing
nothing
them,
goes,
I'm
so.
starting to think that my synopsis was correct, that it was just them playing each other. But
Hey, I remember that day because I was just a trainee at that point, and Zach said you should hop on this call with me, and that turned into my first booking. That turned into meeting Bryce. That turned into the Exotic Youth Foreman, and here we are. What is it? 4
You're
years?
welcome.
4 years later.
Spoon fed you a career,
There we
buddy.
Yep.
roll the red carpet. But
Yep.
yeah, no. So we're sitting there they're doing the podcast, and I'm just in the comments, which I had told the owners at that time that, hey, I'm gonna be playing this Hill character up in the comments, like to where everybody that they were interviewing really thought that like I was just this asshole, pretty much.
Frat boy. That
I
was
thought
the
you were
frat
trying
boy
hard.
era.
And so, well, you too, pal. And
I am.
but yeah, so like fast forward, I think I had like we had all got acquainted with each other. Like a show hadn't happened yet, but I had gone to Robert Gibson's training school, and Landon Hale, Zero, Jordan Kingsley, and then you and Peps were all there. So it was like I got to meet you guys, which all of us were on the original Coastal roster. I got to meet you guys for the first time, and it was literally like we just clicked instantly from that point on. And then like we didn't really become friends or like talk or anything, but we went to Taco Mac after the training. I do remember that.
There we go.
Damn, you got a
and
way better
then-
memory than me. I didn't remember any of this till you said it.
I remember a promo we cut
Doesn't surprise
that
me.
night out the Taco Mac.
Oh God, yeah.
All
But-
I
three
don't
of us?
remember what it was about or what show. Yeah, I remember that.
This was
'Cause that
before we
was
met at
when
Coastal?
Was it? I mean, I feel
No,
like
it wasn't
was.
before. It was after.
Yeah,
I
it was
feel
right
like-
after, I think.
Well, I feel like I met you guys before Coastal, but we didn't
don't
really
think
like talk or anything. And then it was like
I don't
we
think
really
I ever met you
connected
in
at Coastal.
person. Well, I
Maybe,
met you
I
in
don't know.
person
Maybe my
once
story's
before.
mixed up. Maybe
You're
my
in person
memory's not
once
as good as
before.
Zach's saying it is.
I met you in person once before at that one show by Six Flags. But
Oh God,
that was like 2 years before that, or a year or two before that.
yeah.
And I remember
that
like
was-
briefly talking to you and be like, "Well, I'm never gonna see that guy again."
but yeah, that was the Loafer and Chubby days.
Yeah, I remember specifically because I said, "Who the hell is this guy wrestling in dang loafers and chubby shorts?" But
Stood out. That was the goal.
Yeah, now you have knee problems, and I wonder if that had any factor on it. Trying to wrestle in Kohans is not exactly
There we
what things
go.
do to the knees, brother.
I gotta plug my computer in really quick.
Although
Yeah.
I do think Cole Haan is a great man. He's a great philosopher and shoemaker, but
Well, I once went 5-minute no shoe with the Cole Hans on. So
5 minute no shoe.
yeah,
Love
I don't
Cole
know.
Haan.
But thanks to Laser at Lariato.
Really? Well, let's not think Laser for anything, all right? I'm just kidding. I like you, Laser.
He's a great guy now. Back in the day, he was a pain in my side.
Where does this guy keep going?
I
What
don't
are you
know.
doing out
Real,
camera?
real unprofessional.
I had
I'm really
to
worried about
I had
this
to
guy.
plug in my computer. I didn't want to die on y'all. I had
Oh,
3%
don't do that.
left.
Well, I guess we're not live, but we're not editing that out if you do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
It's going on.
No, we're doing
Patreon.
great. I don't even think we need to make a cut or edit or
How do you guys
Um,
think we're doing so far? Let us know in the comments.
I was actually going to comment on that. Like we're
Yeah.
44 minutes in, and I feel like we've done pretty well.
I mean, damn
There
good.
we
if you ask
go.
me. If
Well,
you guys
we
are enjoying yourselves, we do
got
accept
anything?
tips. Cash App at Zach Mosley 1 for me. If you like, if I'm gonna put that up there.
Cash
Okay.
App $Real Bryce Cannon for me. How'd you
If
do
you
that?
$sign
you-
Pepper Bottom.
if you just so happen to feel like being generous today and want to support the career of the hottest tag team on Independence, this is the way you can do that. Is that right, Bryce?
There we
That's
go.
very right. That's the most right thing you've ever said. Oh, thanks,
Couple more
pal.
seconds. Hold on.
I was
Okay.
fixing to do that. Look at that. Look at that.
What's yours, Peps?
Oh, there we
Send
go.
money now.
$sign Pepper Bottom.
That's it.
Be sure to. Yep. Pepper Bottom.
We should have
Hey
no
guys,
problem.
while
Scan
they're
that,
doing that, be
QR
sure to
code.
follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
Do we have an X?
We don't
probably
have
do.
one. for the
We do
group.
not for the podcast.
All right. Well,
That QR code is going to have all of our social medias. So far, we have a TikTok, a YouTube, our Instagram. We got our Facebook. We're working on getting this
Yep.
on
Let's go ahead and
Spotify.
quit talking.
Um,
I'll take this over. All of our social medias are with that
There we go.
QR code. I'm not sure what's wrong with your mic. Even with a new mic, you're
Oh,
still
no.
cutting out.
Uh-oh. It might be the connection.
Yeah, he's never been that well connected. Let's be honest.
There we go.
But no, guys. I mean, I don't know. Do y'all have anything else?
Wait a minute. We ran through everything that quick.
Be sure
I
to
think
drop
so.
some
I
questions
mean,
in the
we
comments.
said we were going to do it in 30 minutes, and we're
Talk
at
about-
46 minutes. So
Well,
Yeah,
hold
I
on
say,
just a second. Hold on just a second. We won't drop any new news here because we do have an exclusive podcast partnership for Coastal
Ooh.
Empire Wrestling with the Wrestling Junkies. But let's go ahead and let some of the people know the matches have been announced so far. We already announced Chad and Officer Sergeant Scratch. Excuse me, I don't want to get his title wrong there, for the IWE Mayhem Championship. And how awesome is it that Coastal Empire Wrestling and IWE collabing, putting the IWE title on the line in the Coastal Empire ring for the very first time. I know there's some crossover. I see some of the same fans, especially lately at CW and IWE. So if you're an IWE fan or a Coastal fan, cross it over. Check out the other one.
unless
Also,
your name is Betty Wright.
yeah, Betty, please stay in Augusta. Please do
God.
not come anywhere near us in Savannah.
You know,
We
she
have-
blocked me on Facebook.
Really?
She blocked you?
Yeah. Yeah, there
Hater.
was something.
Oh,
someone
Lord.
brought it up at Coastal on Saturday.
I don't know.
I wish I could
They
be so
brought her
See if
up
she's still on
that
mine.
she had posted something about Murder One, and I think it was Zoe.
Uh-oh.
And so I went to look her up to see what the post was because I was going to comment on it, and then like I couldn't even access her account. Like she wouldn't pop up.
I'm-
If people had
I'm
tagged
blocked
her,
too.
yeah. If
You're a
people had
lucky man. Let's see if
if people had tagged her and stuff, like I couldn't click on her name or anything. So praise be to He, the Lord does answer prayers, ladies and gentlemen. That
other-
is
works
not a
in wonderful
message. By the way,
ways.
that is not a message sponsored by Donald Jakes. I will say that. I did not learn that from Donald
Oh,
Jakes.
God.
also announced already.
What's up with him? What's up with him blaming me for stealing the offering money? All $3 that Randall Reno made.
All $3 of it, huh?
Dude,
Not
honestly,
that I know that he made $3, but that's what I calculated by watching.
well, if you think that he only made $3, you ought to see the video that they did after the show where he seemed to be counting up about, I don't know, it looked like 10,000 if I had to estimate. He
I
even had
really
some-
don't know where they're getting all this money.
I have an idea, but I'm not going to say anything yet because I've heard it might be under investigation. But we'll just leave it at that.
So what other matches, pal?
Did you not see? I mean,
Oh, I thought
You
you
never
were like
did
fixing to announce them.
the route
I was
today.
trying to lead. Yeah, Bad Magic
Uh-oh.
making
Just
their
on the preview-
CEW debut.
Yeah, on the
That's going to be a
pre-show-
banger.
the preview show of the podcast was supposed to be the podcast. We asked a fan asked who did we want to see at CW, and look, dreams are coming true. I want to see Bad Magic in a CW ring, and here they are. Hopefully, whooping the Rout's ass all over the ring, and I hope 3MP is collateral damage on that one.
Why does he have to come with
Then
them?
we got
I
Zach
hate old
Mosley
MP3.
How else
versus
are they gonna get there?
Simon
None of them have a
Sermon.
license.
Zach Mosley versus Simon Sermon for the first time ever. I had the displeasure of wrestling old Simon Sermon at Riot on Row way back when, and I luckily got the victory over him. But I will say it was one of those hard fought battles. The man was coming off of retirement, yet
Well-
still put up a fight. So Zach, I mean, you've
I
got
just
You
your
got
work
the
cut out
victory
for you.
on him?
Man, I honestly don't know what their obsession is with all that we've done to try to build companies that they own, try to make more money for them, and we've been treated like the redheaded stepchild for years. And
Horse manure.
it's been 2 years now that he's been
Zach-
torturing us and tormenting us and following us around and using his money to throw his weight around. And not only that, at this point, he's locked in with all of the police. Like the police listen to him now. Can you imagine all the things this guy's gotten away with?
He's like the dang penguin in Batman. I will
Like
say,
damn
Zach,
Jermaine
Bryce
Dempsey or something.
Bryce has gotten the victory over him. I wrestled him not too long ago, and
How'd
he
that
used
go?
his little
down on
tactics,
his
got the
face.
victory over me. So it's 1-1, and it's
Hey,
coming
you
down
drew
to you,
blood, though,
Zachary.
bro. You drew blood.
Well, unfortunately,
You
I
did
still
do that.
I didn't get the win. So
Yeah, and
it's
then
on
Pep-
you.
Perhaps once I get done with him, once I get done and we can peel his ass up off the mat, I'll hold him and let you have your way with him afterwards.
Yeah,
There we go.
And then we have one more, I think.
I think it was CT Keys and Randall Reno's rematch, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Randy
questionable
refusing
at
to
best.
accept that result.
Insane. Insane.
And let's also shout out Michael Walker Flying Fro. Hope you get better.
Speedy recovery, pal.
That damn Hakeem Young.
Yeah, the footage will be coming soon on that from what I've heard. I know that there is footage that exists.
It was played at the show.
Oh, I wasn't out there to see it, unfortunately. Tell us what happened then, Bryce.
Uh-oh.
Hakeem Young, what looked to be had just slammed Michael Walker's foot in the door of a vehicle. Cameras caught Hakeem Young just pushing on the door. I mean, just adding insult to injury there. And then, I couldn't make out what he said with the headset on, but he was just, of course, bad mouthing Michael Walker and pretty much spitting in his face. So, yeah,
Probably wash if I had to guess.
Just hate to see it.
but yeah, so I don't know. We'll see where all of that goes, and hopefully Michael Walker can make it to the August show. Legends of the Low Country.
I'm pulling for you, Fro.
Of the Low Country.
And poor wrestling junkies. They ain't gonna have nothing to talk about.
Well, Pep, your match hasn't been announced yet. Who do you think you got? Who do you hope you have?
If I had to guess,
I got a pretty good guess. I got one little bitch in mind I'm hoping to get my hands on, but with the people in charge, I don't know if I'm exactly gonna get what I want, but I guess we'll see. I guess only time will tell. So
are you looking for a rematch of some sort?
I wouldn't consider it a rematch, maybe a revenge match. Well, maybe it is a
grudge
rematch.
match.
We have crossed paths once before. So we'll see if that happens. So be sure to follow Coastal Empire Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and stay in the loop. Don't miss a moment of the action.
Wow, so serious. But
There we
I think
go.
that about does it for us, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Hell of a first episode.
1.
Guys,
Episode
this was
1.
fun. This was
It was
fun.
really
crushed it.
fun.
We
I remember
crushed
how
it.
much it was
In
hanging
the
out with you
comments, in the emails, in the DMs,
There we
let us
go.
know. Should we go live? Should we stay recording these things?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
We've done both. Honestly, yeah. We had the little
Yeah.
pod before the pod a couple weeks ago that was live. A lot of people hopped in and commented on that. We are trying this recording thing out, which I thought was going to go to hell in a handbasket, but has actually
Yeah.
gone pretty well on our end.
I
So,
like it.
yeah, just let
like
us
it.
know. We'll definitely, with all the jokes of the Patreon stuff, I really think that we could have some unique content and things like that. So
No,
that may be in the future of Exotic Youth if we can figure it out.
let us know.
Yeah, technology does take us some time. But we figured out QR codes, so I think we can do anything now.
Here we go. Scan
The
away.
next thing is we're
I
on
mean,
the right
AI's
track.
out there, bro. We got to get AI in Exotic Youth.
I think we
There we
did.
go.
I was
Can
a
we
little
hit the
pissed off.
song?
I asked GBT.
We got a
to
hell
tell
of a
me
song. Well, I was waiting until we
top five
signed
artists
off
the
to
other day,
hit
and
it.
Didn't know who you were.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of AI, from the Frat Daddy, from Zach Mosley, from Cornelius Pepperbottom, this has been Exotic Truth. Cue our AI'd song.
And I don't care who knows it.
We'll see.
Get
you
ready, let's go. Exotic truth.